like scary. We are back. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. It feels great to be a horror fan. So y'all, today we're going to be talking about the Halloween franchise and what's next. You all have been asking me, so I'm going to touch on it. And I also want to talk about Danny McBride having an interview with Screen Rant, and he kind of touched on Halloween Ends. But before we get started, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. So the interview was with Danny McBride and Screen Rant, and he kind of just touched on Halloween Ends, and I want to go over what he said. He said, I think that it's a valid criticism. All three of these movies was really David Green's sort of brainchild. He had a very distinct idea of what he wanted to do with this, and I just felt lucky that he brought me along for the ride to help him where I could. And I tried to give him anything I could on it. And when he told me his pitch for focusing on his Corey character, I thought that it was cool. I thought it was a smart take on it. I thought that it was a way to avoid repetition and sort of explore something a little different and still tying into what Halloween's ultimately about. So basically, you all, just touching on this, I feel that, it is just, Danny McBride kind of touching on the criticism and how it split fans right in the middle, how they said it would. A lot of the cast was touching on this before the film even came out. I remember Jamie Lee Curtis saying that this film is going to make a lot of Halloween fans pissed off, which it did. Personally, me, Halloween Ends is, not the worst. I enjoy it. Is it the best? No. But yeah, I do understand that David Gordon Green tried to do something new and different, which I feel that David Gordon Green is just going to have to accept this. That you took a risk and it kind of just went a little too far. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking a risk, but you just have this golden franchise in your hand, which is Halloween, and surrounds around Michael Myers, and you focused on a character that got introduced to us in the third film of a trilogy and kind of made him like the main character. Now, I like Rowan Campbell as Corey, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't fit for that final film of the trilogy. Also, I feel that, it would have been better, and I'm going to keep saying this, if Corey was Cameron. If he was Cameron and it kind of played out, we got this like Scream type of reveal at the end, like, oh my god, like, Allison's boyfriend is the killer. Also, he gets possessed and whatever you want to say, and the evil's passed on. I think it just would have worked more fluidly. But yeah, just touching on that, what Danny McBride was talking about. I also, just feel that it was a great story. It was a great story overall. Halloween Ends. Just the lack of Michael Myers kind of hurted the film, in my opinion. But let's talk about what's next for Halloween. Now, it's a lot of things that I just want to touch on with this. So we know Danielle Harris, and there's so many timelines with Halloween. You know that Danielle Harris wants to come back to the franchise. It's all about if someone will bring her on board, when Michael comes back. Because we know he's coming back. Michael's the cash cow. Let's all be real here. Michael Myers is the cash cow, and someone's going to pick the license up for sure. We got the 50th anniversary coming up. It's a lot of clues we can depend on out there, and just kind of, it's nothing confirmed, but they're definitely bringing Michael back. He always comes home, guys. But I think it would be cool. One of the options to incorporate Danielle Harris, man. Jamie Lloyd kind of going off that Halloween 4 timeline. If I were, if I was to do something like that, I would go off of 4 and erase 5, because I liked Rachel. I think it would be cool to bring Rachel back. If they decided to do something like that with that timeline, that would be crazy. That's an option. Another option is if they just try to remake their own Halloween like Rob Zombie did. Now, that's very hard to kind of replicate 78 in your own way, but I'm not gonna lie. David Gordon Green in Blumhouse, they did a great job with that flashback scene. That had me convinced with Tom Jones Jr. playing Dr. Loomis. It was good. It was good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just say it was good. I remember being in theaters, seeing young Hawkins run with the gun and seeing Michael in the alley, I loved it. Got the chills when I seen it. So I would love to see something like that, possibly if it's done by the right people. That's another thing. It has to be done by the right people who shares that same love and passion for Halloween that we do. But also, I said this. Look, this might be reaching, but if they really wanted to dig deep in, and David Gordon Green wants to come back to it, I know he said he's completely done, and James Ju said he's wiping his hands with Michael. Kind of sad because James Ju is my favorite, version of Michael Myers. But if we said this, because Laurie Strode, she's not going to be in other Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis has already confirmed she's not going to be in it. Who knows though. But what if in that scene where she has the gun and Corey's coming up the stairs, she's like, you really thought I was going to shoot myself? What if she actually did, and the whole time that was just like a dream sequence? I'm just, like I said, you guys, you were just having fun. I'm just reaching, that's a dream sequence. And then, she really died. And then the final battle takes place with Corey and Allison, because Allison catches Corey with the get up on a Michael Myers mask, and she sees her grandmother dead, and it's like now it becomes their story. They're the new Laurie and Michael, so it's Corey and Allison. And yeah, it goes like that. Final battle like 78, and the real Michael comes, kills Corey or whatever happens. Just the real Michael comes, and maybe Allison kind of hurts him and takes him out, Michael, but it's not to the point it's a confirmed death like how he was with the meat grinder or whatever, and he's like just ground beef out there. But some type of death where he can possibly have a door open, to come back. Then it's like Corey's dead. Either way, see, it's a lot of options. You can go Corey and Allison, you can go Michael and Allison, but I think that would be a cool way to come, bring it back. Also, another way, we know that they say, what if Allison's pregnant by Corey? I don't like this option, but if she basically has a kid by Corey, the evil's in the kid, and it kind of is just generational and stuff like that. So I don't know about that. And you can also pick up from whatever Halloween film you want to, obviously, because David Gordon Green wanted to pick up from 78. Maybe someone picks up off Halloween too. The sibling aspect, and just kind of write Laurie Strode off. It's a lot of ways you can do it, man. That's one thing I want to tell you all out there, because we all love Halloween. Either way, when it comes back, it has to be done by someone who loves it. I'm not saying that Blumhouse and David Gordon Green did, because they obviously did have love for it. Because look how Michael looked. Look how he looked. Look how he was portrayed, man. They definitely, stuff just kind of fell short in certain, aspects. But I'm no one to judge. I don't do films. But I just, I'm just saying. And it's just a lot of things you can do to bring Michael back. Who knows? Maybe someone feels that, Blumhouse didn't do a good enough job, and they want to take it off from 78 and do the same thing, even though I know that would be kind of like tiring, because we just had a whole trilogy for that. But like I said, you guys, it's a lot of options out there for us, to get Michael back. So it's, I don't want to see a TV series, but TV series is an option. I've also heard about maybe Michael has a prequel in Smith's Grove. But if I had to pick, it would probably be one kind of continuing off his own timeline. Maybe even, like I said, with the Danielle Harris thing, or someone continues from Halloween 2, or maybe they can continue from 78. Or I like to see someone, grow a pair and try to do 78, man. Seriously. But yeah, you all comment down below, what are some ways you think Michael could make it back to the big screen? But unfortunately, this is the end of the video. Don't forget to hit me up on my social medias at I Like Scary on Instagram, I Like Scary _ on TikTok, Brandon Al on Facebook, I Like Scary on Twitter. And yeah, you all, right there where it says subscribe, next to it, click join and become a member of the channel. And also check out the Patreon to get exclusive content and benefits. And yeah, you all, I want you to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. I love you all. Peace.